Hold on. Oh, do we have audio? Do we have sound? Let me check myself, see how we're doing. How's everybody doing for the weekend? Weekend's almost over. So hopefully we're all doing pretty good. Pretty good. Sorry, I'm just doing a little test to myself. Okay, anyhow, so today we have this item that I 3D printed, and this is a Halloween project that I'm kind of trying to figure out as I go along. So I saw this STL or 3D print file on, I don't remember the site, but it was something to do with Bamboo Labs. So this is supposed to be Melanie Martinez, and the thing about this print is I wanted to print it pretty solid so that way it would be durable, but it's pretty heavy, and I had to reinforce the connection of the ears with screws. So I don't know how this project is going to work out, but what I'd really like to do to make this a lot lighter is just take what we have right now and make it a paper mache. So I'm just using this as a mold for paper mache, and I didn't have plastic wrap on it yet, but I guess we can see together how this is going to work out. Yes, I've got one of these cool Target things where you can roll out your plastic wrap. I haven't even watched a tutorial or anything of anybody doing this kind of thing. I'm just kind of winging it as usual. As per usual, Adam style is just to wing it. Okay, so far I'm not liking how that cling wrap is working. Because I'm trying to make a barrier for the paper mache. We'll just have to mold it in as best as possible. Okay, let's get in the camera view. There we go. Okay. Having trouble figuring out my left from my right and stuff like that. Let's see. Okay, I think right there you can kind of see what all's going on. And I'm trying to keep glue and stuff off this table. Okay, so let's make some paper mache paste. Let's just move that out of the way for the moment so you can see what I'm doing. I think plastic wrap is a good idea, but whoever made plastic wrap, I don't know, this stuff is just kind of unwieldy. It just wants to do whatever it wants to do. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is make this paper mache paste. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off my one view for this because I'm just in pajama pants. You don't need to see me right now. So, okay, here's where the action's happening. So I'm just going to go pretty conservative with the mix right now. So I'm just going to do a 1/4 cup of glue. And a little less than a 1/4 cup of water. Whoops. I'm going to edit all that out if this goes up somewhere, if this works out. Okay, so we're gonna give it a little stir. And I might need more, but I'm just gonna start off with this for right now. Okay. And I've got water everywhere now. I'm doing it live. Okay, so we're just using plain white paper towels. I just figured that's going to work out. And I'm going to take it. See, this is the kind where you get a half sheet. And I'm just going to rip it up into little strips like this. You know? I don't know if I should go wider or not so wide. Maybe I'll go not so wide. Alright, we'll do these little, kind of like 1 to 2 inch strips. So the deal basically then is pretty easy. Just dip it in there, get it completely soaked, let it drain off a little bit. Sometimes I like to take my fingers and just kind of go like this and get a little of the excess out. But then we're just going to kind of get to it and see how this works out. I'm hoping it weighs down enough that it gets the form of the mask, kind of. I saw online they said that you could use like these blue mechanics towels, and they were probably about the best thing. But I don't have any of those at my disposal at the moment, so I'm just going to do this. This is not the flour and water mix. This is just the glue and water. So the ratio is 1 cup of glue to 3/4 cup of water, but I made it significantly smaller, so I just went with 1/4 cup of glue to a little less than 1/4 cup of water. And we'll see how this works out. But yeah, I've never tried to use a 3D print as a paper mache mold before, but see how this works out. I've done a little bit of paper mache in the past. You can see a video. I've got somewhere where I made a cool like hat. Not really a hat. It's hard to describe what it is, but I made a thing that I could wear on my head for a party, for a Halloween party. That was from an Adam Sandler movie. So yeah, I'll have to link that at some point whenever I get the editing of this done and stuff. So yeah, this is just Elmer's. Just straight up Elmer's glue. And it's probably a good idea to have a good amount of material ready before you get started. But I just kind of threw this together and I'm just going with it. So I put that plastic wrap in between the 3D print and the paper mache, so that way I could reuse it if I want to. I don't know what we're going to end up doing with this Melanie Martinez mask. And I'm going to initially try to go with about 5 layers and then let it dry. One thing that kind of worries me is I don't know if I'm going to get much detail out of these. And does anybody have any recommendations? Like, should it be weaved, kind of, or because I'm just kind of laying it wherever I feel is best at the moment. Now you kind of can't tell what it is on camera. It just kind of looks like a glob. But this is a Melanie Martinez mask for my daughter. Okay, it doesn't want to go into the ear that well. Let's see this angle. But it's conforming to the face pretty well. I'm going to leave a little bit of overhang here and there. Maybe that'll add some weight. And then I can cut off anything that I don't really use. So we're just kind of on mostly just our first layer here. And making quite a mess. Okay, so I think it seems like about for every layer I'm gonna need one batch of glue, so maybe I shouldn't have cut down the amount of or paste, so maybe I shouldn't have cut down on the recipe some, but I didn't want to have too much, so I just kind of was conserving it at first. So I might end up making some more glue here in a second. Paste, or whatever you call it. Paper mache paste. Yep. Okay, so it's a little hard to see the measurements now, but like I said, we're gonna go with, I'm gonna do the full recipe this time. So I got a big, gigantic jug of glue. And I'm gonna do 1 cup of that. And 3/4 cup of water. And mix it nice and good. Okay. Alright, so that's about 1 layer down, and we're just going to keep going. And I'm going to do 5 initial layers and see how thick that is. I'm probably going to end up doing maybe about 15 in total, because I want this to be durable. Like if you're wearing this in school and you drop it, I don't want it to completely crush itself. Let's here we go. Maybe you can get a little better view of the process now. Let's get that out of the way. So just a dip, and then I like to try to squeeze some off. And lay it on my 3D form. Yeah, I think it's going to be hard to get some of that ear detail. Yeah, this is probably where I should kind of try to weave it a little bit. Maybe put it some different directions as I do each layer. Yeah, I think for this to dry, it's probably going to take a long time. Probably going to take a few hours after I get these initial layers on, and then we'll see where we're at. So what's everybody gonna accomplish for their Sunday? Anybody got anything interesting going on? I'm kind of getting some of the ear detail a little bit. Okay, I think it's going to be kind of hard to move around now, so I'm just going to stand up and get some of these other sides. It seems like kind of wet. I wonder if I went too wet with it. I'm just going to try to put a little less paste on each piece. So it's like for each layer, I'm probably using about 1.5 paper towels. So really not a whole lot of paper towels are getting used up. Yeah, this stuff's so moist, I almost don't need the paste now. Some more paper towels ready. And my hands are getting pretty gluey at this point. Ah. Okay, the ear's starting to take shape a little bit better. Kind of moving out of frame some. I'm kind of like on my, almost done with my third layer. And if you mess up a little bit, just kind of smooth it back in. Yep, so I'm just kind of here doing my thing. If you have any comments or questions, just let me know. Otherwise, this will just kind of be you chilling with me. Trying to do some more lives and stuff like that, but if you want to see the finished product, you'll have to check out my channel by subscribing, liking, all that kind of stuff. Thank you. Thank you in advance. It's like there's enough on my hands I can just... If you want to know the paper towel brand, it's whatever was cheap at Walmart. Yeah, this ear here is looking kind of funky. Little pieces want to go all over the place on this side. Okay, so I think we're about done there for now. And I am going to put this outside in the sun. Let it dry. Hopefully things work out. Let me wipe my hands off first. Okay, let's get something to transfer this onto. Without everything being a mess. Looks like I still made a mess, but I'm trying to keep it as minimal as possible. Okay, so I'm going to transfer this onto some foil and just kind of have to get cleaned up. Whoops. Okay, so Okay, so yeah, there's the work in progress. I think we're about done for now. So, thank you for watching. And there's my knee in my live feed. Awkward. So, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you.